Hi, meet Frankie. Frankie met Mo and fell in love. Little did they know, more joy was on the way. Lexi was born.
And Kai!
This is our love story. Welcome to AlphaBeta. It's more than just family.
Dear friends, we are gathered here today before the Almighty God and this congregation to join together this man and this woman in a holy state of marriage. Do you take this woman to be your lawfully wedded wife?
Yes, I do.
Do you take this man to be your lawfully wedded husband?
Yes, I do.
Thank you for Lucas and Orin. May you bless them all, Father. You give them children. You give them knowledge and understanding. Lord, we pray for your blessings, Lord. Let them sit down and remember this day.
Guys, I just figured since we're here, let me tell you some of the major life events that have been taking place in the last few weeks to a few months. You see, my little tot Kai, he's been sick for a while. Like those who follow me on IG would know this. And he had a lot of upper respiratory disorders, conditions, sicknesses, yeah. And so we were on like nasal sprays, we were on what do you call it, nasal drops, antihistamines. Then finally I took him to a different hospital, and then they recommended I go see an ENT. So I was supposed to be on antihistamine and nasal spray for 2 weeks, and then we come see the ENT. So we had a date set. Then a week after I brought him back home, little baby got so sick, and I remember him having difficulties breathing the previous night before I took him to the hospital the following day. And I'm just thinking maybe it's a bad homa. In my head it crossed that he could be asthmatic, because I'm asthmatic, an active asthmatic. So I thought, let me just take him to the hospital, we see what the doctor says. Fast forward, in the hospital we do an x-ray, we do tests. Hey Lexi, be quiet. Shh. We do tests. Eventually the doctor tells me, I'm sorry, I have some bad news, I can't let you go. He'll need to see an ENT, but we have to admit him because his chest is really bad. his chest is really, really bad because they had nebulized him twice. He wasn't getting any better. He had not even eaten like the previous 2 days, and my baby has the best appetite ever. So we go and we do an x-ray, and as suspected, the adenoids, his nasal channels down there, they were quite infected. There's some glands called adenoids, so they were infected, and with that they were producing excess mucus. The mucus went to the chest. He got bronchitis in the chest, and that's what we were trying to treat the entire time. So the doc is like, what? Once the ENT sees him, we can decide on what to do. But she told me, I'm going to warn you, the way I saw that x-ray, we might need surgery, because from the history of medication, he's not gotten any better. He's been on so high. Good boy. Yeah, so from the history of medication, you haven't, he's not getting any better, so we might actually go the surgical way. And yay! I'm sorry guys, this is motherhood, but I love it when they're happy, and that's all that matters. So here we are, and I brace myself. We get admitted the first night. The following day the ENT comes. He gives it to me straight. Mama, it's like this, it's like that. Should we do the surgery? This is what to expect. Should we not do the surgery? This is what we should expect. However, it's entirely up to you. No gimmicks, no brainwashing, no influencing. He left it up to me. And so of course called the family. My mom-in-law was like, you know what, let him go in for surgery, because after all, Frankie and his brother, they actually had theirs removed at the same time. So I didn't even know this thing was genetic. All this time I'm blaming myself for being asthmatic, and yet it's this man who brought the adenoids to our son. Fast forward, we prepare, do the surgery. Recovery wasn't so easy because of the bronchitis. There was a horrible fever afterwards. He wasn't eating, so we stayed in the hospital for about a week. Came back home, but I didn't realize that those several weeks where he was not sleeping at night, I was in bad shape, because I was doing with 2 to 3 hours of sleep every night, every single night, and I had to work, I had to do other things, and it was taking a toll on my health. So also my asthma started acting up, but I locked it. I was like, no, first my child has to get better, then mimi nitajishughulikia. So that's how I ended up in hospital today. But not only did I go to get checked with the asthma, or rather to have the asthma checked, I had to do a follow-up on my IUCD. A few videos back, you'll see I did a birth control IUCD, and the first 2 months it was working perfectly. Yes, it was working perfectly, but then the last 2.5 months I've been bleeding literally like almost every day, and I thought, this is unlike me, so let me just go have it checked. Although you see, ideally with IUCD you're supposed to go back after 4 months so that they can do an ultrasound and see if it's sitting well. And so I thought, I may as well do this today. I had not picked up my pap smear. Twinkle, twinkle, little star, how I wonder what you are. Yay! Commercial break. Again, okay, play it. So cute. Yeah, so yes, so I had my pap smear results, which I had not picked since then. No, play it there. Press until you get to it. Keep pressing. Yeah, so I was like, let me just do everything. So I was there for hours going back and forth. They did some blood tests, they did urine test to see if I have any infection. And finally, the gyna concludes that definitely I have a hormonal imbalance, which I was suspecting anyway. And so I was given microgel or something, some combination hormonal contraceptive. So that's what I will be on for the next 3 months. If, let's say, if things don't stabilize, then we'll have to remove the IUCD, which I have come to love, other than the heavy flow, the prolonged flow. So yes, things we have to go through as women, but it's all in the good of it. But then when I was there, I was just thinking, wow, in reality, accessing good quality female health care in this country is actually not easy. It's not cheap either. In fact, even the insurance companies, they try to hinder women from getting it, because like me,
That's Mama.
okay, but let's see, Mommy's recording. Yeah, so I figured, wow, it's actually quite expensive, because with insurance I had to go to a general doctor for him to give me a referral for me to see a gynecologist and have all those procedures done. Otherwise I could have parted with another maybe 10,000-15,000 shillings. And this country or the health industry or whatever, like, it's not that easy. Because you see, for someone like me, well, someone can say I'll go to the government hospital, but the truth is sometimes you want convenience, and I love my convenience, and convenience means going to a hospital near me, because maybe I have to pick my kids. I want a hospital where I have a personal relationship with the doctor. So yeah, it's my choice, but I just have to highlight these things. Yeah, I don't know, what do you guys think? Should we address these issues more about productive health and its accessibility and its affordability, because these things are not as easy as we may want to put them out there. Anyway, as for the asthma, I've just been taking care of everyone and I've not been taking care of myself. So the doctor straight up told me, look, your asthma is poorly maintained, which I get because I'm usually on patrol every night when the babies are awake. I'm the one to do everything. Like, I've not been eating healthy meals because everything is out of control. But at least now I know I'm gonna pull back just kidogo, you know, take better care of myself, do better things for myself, take breaks when I can, because at this point the asthma had gotten so bad. Well, having had it my entire life, I can tell you this sincerely, I've never I've never had the asthma attack that is, there's no point of, Lexi, please keep it down, kidogo too. Mommy is almost done, okay? Yes, almost done. Yes. So I get attacks like multiple times in a day, and I'm like, I can't breathe. I cannot breathe. Yeah, almost done. I can't breathe, and I was so concerned. So that's how I ended up at the hospital. And yeah, again, healthcare, thank God again for insurance, thank God for just this capacity and capability to go see a doctor. But man, it's not easy out here, it's not easy. So among all these things, being a mom, working, being a sane and productive member of the society, being required to take 8 glasses of water every day, exercise 3 times a week for an hour and whatnot, and looking, you know, slaying every day and being everything that we are, it's not easy. So balancing it can be a bit tricky, not a bit, it can be very tricky. But then I thank God for every opportunity, and moving on, I hope I can be sharing such real stories and sharing information on how to go about some of these things. So guys, if you want to learn more, let's see, If you want to learn more about adenoids, go to my IG. I have put a few Instagram TV videos explaining everything, my experience at the hospital. Yeah, okay, be quiet, Papa. My experience at the hospital and everything in between. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I'll always try and address in my next video and the next video and the next video. All right, thank you guys. Thank you so much for being here once again. Thank you for being patient. Then thank you for not abandoning us. And we promise we are back for real. This camera, I wish I can just remove it and put it there, but as you can tell from the lighting and the quality, we got our G7 back. Lexi, stop doing that. Spilling my medicine. Oh, by the way, I didn't even say I was put on steroids and 2 inhalers, a preventative one and one to like put down the asthma attack if and when I get it, but I'll be forced to use it for 2 weeks consistently, like 3 times a day, both of them. So yeah, that's my life at the moment. Wish me luck and we'll see you next time. AlphaBeta out. Yeah.
Hi, people.
Yeah. Say bye, people.
Bye, people.